Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net, and this video is going to go into why you will fail if you use the wrong approach, and of course we're going to tell you how to fix it. The purpose of this video is not to discourage you, not to disparage anyone else. This is simply the truth. I'm trying to go over what works in this industry and what is being glossed over online. Regardless of who you choose to teach you this industry, you need to avoid three main pitfalls. The first one is if they're reselling finder information. In other words, all they're doing is packaging, telling you how to be a finder, okay? How to be a finder in each state. If that's what they're teaching you how to do, well, first of all, that's something you can look up with the state. But bottom line is they're going to rely on assignments or POAs, powers of attorney, to themselves. That doesn't work. Let me tell you why. First, you're going to fall under the finder caps, and in some states that's going to crush your income, or others, you're going to have hurdles like you have to be a private investigator, some type of requirement like that. So you're really limited as to where you can work. You'll also have counties send the check to you, especially if you have a power of attorney, but they'll do it in the claimant's name, basically saying, hey, you're the power of attorney, you should be able to cash this, and you can't. So if they're repackaging finder, this is number one, finder information, that's an issue. The second is if they're not telling you to check debt, you're going to put deals together that can't work. This is a hot spot. This is a really important thing here. And I hear this a lot from folks. 30% of the people that come on board with us started with someone else. And it's because they're not being told you need to check debt as it stood the day of the foreclosure. If you don't, and there was additional debt on top of the foreclosing entity, the mortgage or the tax, the county, if there was additional debt, that debt is entitled to the overage, not the owner, to the surplus funds, not the owner. So if you don't check that, you're going to put deals together that can't even work out. This kills your business in three different ways. You waste time, money, and energy chasing zero return deals, which is going to destroy your bottom line. You also lose credibility. Maybe one that doesn't know about that creditor's claim, but others do. So when you're calling and you're just going, yeah, it's $46,000, but someone else is actually taking the time to research that, and they're going to go, hey, it was 46, but you had a $16,000 equity line against the property, so it's about 30. They're going to get the deal just because they know what they're talking about and you don't. If the deal falls apart because of debt down the line, you're going to get destroyed on Yelp, scam.com, all that. Destroyed. These guys are going to go crazy on you online because you really didn't add any value here. So the first two were, if you're getting a program and you're trying to use reseller or finder information where you're using assignments or powers of attorney, that's not going to work. The second is, if you're not told to check debt, you're really spinning your wheels here, guys, and you're setting up a problem down the road. The final is, if you're working on contingency without an attorney and without a structured buyout, first of all, because of that, if you're using those techniques, you're trying to keep the funds location or the source of the funds where it's being held a secret because they have no reason to use you. They'll go around you, right? You're waiting longer and getting denied more in states because you don't have an attorney. That's the second thing. No contingency offer is screwing you up because it's making you kind of get gray area or even lie about the source of the money. Not using an attorney is going to get you denied in some states that actually require a motion, and because you don't have an attorney. Okay, they're going to take their time paying you. Again, you fall under the finder caps and you can't cash most claimant checks also on that. But here's how you fix it, okay? Promise you I'd tell you that. We will partner on you this, by the way, and do a lot of the heavy lifting. We don't work on contingency. We use a structured buyout. Partner with us, guys. We'll come up with the money. But we give them 10% of the gross amount being held by the court up front within 2 weeks. After they sign our deal, we give them the rest of whatever we agree to on the back end. That's a monster deal. Think about that if you're working this business right now. How many yeses would you have gotten at 10% up front from people that are broke and just lost their house? That's a big deal. Check the debt before you attempt to work the deal. We tell you to do that. Yes, there's more work involved, but because we're partnering, we have a vested interest in making you successful, so we actually care that you know the truth about that. Use an attorney who can grease the rails, basically, with the county, and they can also use their trust account to cash the checks. Listen, guys, research debt, use an attorney, stop being shady about where the funds are located, and you're going to do a heck of a lot better. You're welcome to check us out at surplusfundsriches.net. Thanks for taking the time.